what others would term our shortcomings. We can say, hey, it's not a shortcoming, it's a silly walk. I have an advantage over people who don't walk silly. I'm Nico, and our team is making the nerves of us. Spasticity, it's where the nerves oversend a whole lot of their signals to certain muscles. And that oversending of those signals makes for a tight pull. Because it's a pull, it deforms bones and creates pressure on joints. Since it is a lifelong thing all the way from birth, it happens concurrently with a person's natural development. It's not contagious, it's not based in genetics, it's not a disease, it's actually a neuromuscular mobility impairment. It's more common than multiple sclerosis. About 15 million people worldwide have cerebral palsy. 12 million of the 15 have the most common form, which is spastic cerebral palsy.
A lot of people see the disablement and not the person.
For most of us, it's not just an annoyance. It really very rapidly becomes a very painful ordeal. The film's about the continuity of care across a lifespan from childhood to adulthood. There really seems to be no expertise on the adult side of the spectrum, so the film investigates the reasons why that might be.
Doctor came in and tried to talk to me like a child. I turned around 2 minutes into conversation and said, look, I have cerebral palsy, but I run my own business.
And it wasn't until Roy, whose mind had been changed by his experiences in China, it was my doctor's combined efforts to get me the surgery at an older age, which was not typical, but it did work. It changed my life. I want to encourage adults with this muscle tightness CP to make their own choices, to be their own advocates, to have a tool to use.
Hi, I'm one of the producers of The Nerves of Us. In particular, we're looking at transitional care, the care that people receive between childhood and adulthood, and how that's affected by cultural factors, social and environmental influences, and what implications that has for the treatment of disability more generally around the world.
Our teams are based in the US and Europe. We are going to go all around the globe, everywhere where we can find a patient, teenage or older years, just to see how they live their lives in the world in general. So far, I've been funding the documentary myself. It's a little bit hard to do that, considering the scope. We are making this film because spastic CP itself deserves more attention than it gets. The continuation of care into the adult lifespan needs more attention. We want to give a spotlight, really, to this very common condition. We need to make this film because it will be a tool for future advocacy and spur people to action. We have the hunger for this, and we have the professionalism. Support is gathering, but we need a lot more. We need you for this. Thank you.